after a year or two of shrinking sales and terrible profit margins, you're going to see another generation of SRT. And likely what will happen is the 5.7 is going to squeak into the Charger. And there's speculation going on that we're going to see some kind of a Challenger or some kind of a CUDA or something to go alongside the Charger. All right, guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, a couple of articles and a handful of YouTubers are discussing what the CEO just said, basically saying that the V8 will eventually work its way back in if it makes business sense. So really what he's saying is if the profits aren't there, if we're not selling cars, we're going to have to work the V8 back in. And this is phenomenal news along with the 5.7 sticking around. The Durango is going to be really the only one with a V8, and the production of the 5.7 just moved back into the United States. So, you know, this is really all the start of what I think is going to be the resurgence of another generation of Hemis coming out. We won't be seeing the 6.4 or the Hellcat come back, but I do believe that an SRT, a new generation SRT Hemi, will be coming out at some point, because the sales of the EV Charger, the inline 6 Charger, and the Hornet are just not going to be there for them. So they are going to have to really put their heads together and come up with a game plan for a trim level that satisfies the Mopar guys. You know, what people don't understand, and a lot of people I see in the comments defending the Charger EV or the inline 6s, muscle has nothing to do with speed. A large V8 engine, and it was supposed to be something very affordable for the common guy to have the ability to go quick, go fast in a straight line. Anything else is just a sports car. Or it's, you know, an EV is just an EV. It's not a sports car, nor is it a muscle car. So there's no such thing as a EV muscle car. There's no such thing as a V6 muscle car. It is, you know, at that point, it's just a sports car. And so when you build an entire brand on saying you're the brotherhood of muscle,
it stretches across the 93 days of summer, where worship isn't offered to the sun, but to the smoking tire, the S-curve, and the spin turn. Where the lines being blurred are the ones between drivers and demons.
And you no longer offer anything with muscle in it, you're going to fail. It's just really, you built your whole brand around something that you're no longer offering. You're not appealing to your customer base. And so I think after a year or two of shrinking sales and terrible profit margins, you're going to see another generation of SRT. And likely what will happen is the 5.7 is going to squeak into the Charger. And there's speculation going on that we're going to see some kind of a Challenger or some kind of a CUDA or something to go alongside the Charger. That I think might be a long shot, because the Charger is going to have a 4-door and a 2-door option. So that kind of really, I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I don't have any kind of insider info. I'm not getting any leaked information. I just go by what lessons they should have learned back, you know, in the late 70s, 80s, and what it is that I see now. And that is that the lineup that they currently have is just not going to, it's not going to succeed. So I could see the 5.7 maybe gets a little bit of a facelift. You know, it doesn't really take too much to kind of squeeze more power out of it. Maybe you recam it, throw a tune on there with an upgraded intake manifold and upgraded heads and SRT headers, and you're probably, you know, getting at least another 30 to 40 wheel horsepower out of that bad boy. And I could see that working its way into the new Chargers, and that would be the V8 option until they can kind of, you know, go back to the drawing board on what they want the new SRT V8 to look like. And so when he says it has to make business sense, really what he's saying is, I want to get a gauge on how well the Charger EV and the inline turbo 6s sell. And if the two of them sell, which I don't think they will. I mean, even though I drove the Charger EV, let me tell you, those accelerations were pretty damn fun. There's not a chance in hell I would trade in either of my Hemis for that. You know, the accelerations are fun. The car was actually pretty comfortable. but I just don't see it appealing to the masses. Not a lot of people are going to want it. I don't want it. You know, I can enjoy it. I can drive it. It's fine. You know, I could see a lot of people enjoying it, but when it comes down to the paperwork and signing the dotted line and buying it, I just don't see a lot of people doing it. So either way, guys, you let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't have any inside information. I'm just the guy watching what the hell is going on and saying there's just no chance in hell that they are going to succeed in this market. It's just not possible without a V8. And the inline sixes apparently are having problems in the Rams already, and that's going to just shift over to the Chargers. You know, you're going to see people running into issues with the inline sixes regardless. And then the EVs having software issues. So I could see them really struggling in the next year or two, and just saying, just throw the goddamn Hemi back into these cars. Let's just get business back to normal, okay? Because before all this crap happened, the sales were absolutely amazing on the Chargers, Challengers, Durangos. So, you know, go back to making money, Dodge. You know, you won't regret it.